Son of a serpent, rider of fate, born of shield and dragon's cry, a storm beneath a broken sky. He walked through fire, laughed at kings, and rose where death had clipped its wings. His eyes like ice, his oath like stone. He fought for land, for blood, for bone. No crown could hold what he became, a fire fed by fear and flame. Axe and wit through wind and woe. He bled for sons, for sagas told, his tale in iron etched in gold. Odin watched with one cold eye as serpents hissed and ravens cried, and in the pit he met the beast and smiled beneath the serpent's feet. Ragnar serpents, fearless air, no soul could match the weight you bear. You son of the serpent, never gone. She rose with wolves at dawn's first cry, steel in hand and fire in eye. The shield she bore was carved in fate, the storm behind, the gods away. She fought not for the praise of men, but for the blood she'd rise again. Mother, warrior, queen and flame, her name like thunder none could tame. Lagertha, heart of sky and sea, your blade sang wild and fierce and free. Oh, daughter crowned in battle's light, you led with love, you died with fight. The seer's veil, the hidden name, raised in mist where runes were sung. She dreamed of gods when she was young. They feared her eyes too deep, too wide. They called her witch, they called her bride. But none could break her silent thread. She wove the fate the wise ones dread. Aslaug, queen of earth and stone, you saw the world and stood alone. Your voice was smoke, your hands were flame, and gods would whisper at your name. She walked the line of wife and seer. She bore the king, she hid the fear. Through raven dreams and silent signs, she shaped the fall of Ragnar's line. Fader min var elder, moder min skölder. Mina räddbär under mitt hjärta dolde. Aslaug, voice of hidden flame, bearer of kings, of love, of pain. Your story, lost in battle's cry, still lives where ravens haunt the sky. He carved the sea with blood and tree, a heart too wide for men to see. He smiled where others broke in fear, and heard the gods when none would hear. Eyes like storm and mind like flame. He bore no title, sought no fame. He saw the world in cracks and cries, and spoke in truths wrapped up in lies. Loki, child of Loki's grin, ship of madness, sail of sin. You walk where gods and ghosts align. The world forgets, but you corner of Northern. One realm, one hair, king of the north. He was fire before the flame, a son of frost without a name. He saw the land a scattered stone, and swore to make it flesh and bone. A vow he gave to maiden proud, to wear no crown till all had bowed. 10 winters long he raised the tide, with steel and storm at either side. Harald with the crown of wolves, breaker of the jarman's rules, king of snow, blood of sea, forged one land from agony. Fine was the hair he never cut, until the world would fear his strut. From Vestfold shores to fjord and stone, he claimed each hall and made it one. With raven banner, iron tongue, he sang the fall of every throne. No man untouched, no name too high. The sky itself feared Harald's eye. The gods grew still when he took breath, and walked the path that others led. Harald with the crown of wolves, he made the proud, the strong dissolve. With sword of flame and oaths untrue, he crowned himself where chaos grew. Fine was the hair he burned for fate, and darker still the halls he braved. Not for love, but for will. Harald with the crown of wolves, he raised a land, he filled the skulls. No peace he gave, no song he spared, but God still speak the name he bare. Harald, first and feared by kin. One king where once were 10. Ein Konungur, Hail Honum. Sword in hand, death in his eyes. Born of the north, raised by the flame, Bjorn came roaring, carved his name. Steel in breath, thunder in stride. He bears no shield, he is the fight. Son of kings and whispering gods, he walks where less of blood would rot. The waves obey his silent wrath. He leaves behind a crimson path. Ironside, breaker of walls, hammer of the south, ghost of the squalls. The raven flies where he has bled, and sings his name among the dead. Ironside, no wound shall tame the storm that is Ragnar's name. The slayer red beneath his brow, no kingdom dares to bind him now. He walks through fire, never bends, and when he falls, he rises again. He laughs in death's familiar face, for glory is his only grace. No grave, no stone shall hold him fast, for he rides with the endless past. Ironside, son of frost and fire, chief pain, soul and beast desire. He heeds no law but battles tide, and sings to wolves with savage pride. Ironside, the blood of the brave, from sea to sky, no man slay. Han fäller han ris vid sword, han sagas jord. He does not fall, he rises from the wound. He is the saga. Ironside, name carved in flame, tales will tremble at his fame. He fought the gods, he bled the earth, and wore his scars as proof of worth. Ironside, beyond the grave, his soul the sea, his bones the sword and soul, blood and tide. Sword and soul, blood and tide. Born from thunder, forged in fire, son of the axe, son of desire. Eyes like storm, oath-bound hands. He walks the sea, he walks the land. Ragnar's blood upon his brow, the gods still whisper even now. Between two worlds he carves his way, with shield of night and blade of day. Ubbe, son of the axe, walker of the warrior's path, voice of waves, fireborn kin, he carries all his father's sin. Ubbe, child of war and flame, steel in soul, in blood, no shame. He rode with wolves, he sailed with ghosts, he gave the dead their final toast. He chose the cross but bore the spear, a man of doubt yet never fear. He weeps in silence, strikes in storm, a heart dear his honor, not gold.
The son of the axe.
He does not beg, he never cracks.
He builds what others try to burn.
He finds the land the lost return.
Ubbe seeker, sun and flame.
His name is carved in sky and shame. Son of Ragnar, son of the axe. He walks in ash, not in light. He walks in ash, not in light. He was born of storm and tide, of Ragnar's blood and warrior pride. But in his heart the fire turned, and from his hands the world burned. He called to gods, they answered not. He sought his path, but all forgot. He drinks from cups of bitter flame and cries without a name. Ashwalker, child of pain, haunts his soul on blood-stained plain. He laughs through tears he doesn't feel, wounds too deep, too old to heal. Ashwalker, cursed and free, walks with ghosts none else can see. His hands once held a sword of light. Now they shake through every night. The ones he loved he could not save, so he digs their names into the grave. He bears no crown, no hall, no gold, just shattered oaths and stories told of madness, fire, and brother's fate. He breaks beneath his own weight. Ashwalker, lost in flame, burned the world to curse his name. He fights not for glory's song, but just to right what he's done wrong. Ashwalker, fireborn kin, the war he fights is deep within. See him not as a king, but as a shadow. Ashwalker, never hold half a heart, a shattered soul. He walks where others fear to tread, to mourn the living and the dead. Ashwalker, son of night, still searching for a final light. He walks bone, no chain could hold his fire. His breath was storm, his heart desire. The gods looked down and knew his name. He rose from ash, he carved through flame. In iron halls they speak of him, with eyes like frost and voice so grim. He led with mind and not with stride. He broke the walls where cowards hide. Son of iron, child of strife, born with curse but full of life.
Ivar fierce in shadow's breath, he dances close with death. No bone, no flesh could bend his fate. He rides where fear
Won't wait. He bore the mark of ancient kings, with raven wings and serpent wings. He spoke in war, he ruled through fear, but loved as deep as blades cut clear. Child of gods, heir of rage.
son of iron, child of strife, born with curse but full of life. Ivar fierce in shadow's breath, he dances close with death. No bone, no flesh could bend his fate. He rides where fear
Won't wait.